This story starts in the most Christmassy place in the world, the North Pole. It was the 1st of December, and under a blanket of swirling greens, blues and purples of the northern lights, Santa's snow ranch stood like it was posing for a Christmas card. Deep within this cosy pine building, Santa was sitting in his letter-reading room at the foot of an old, crooked Christmas tree, the oldest Christmas tree in the world, in fact, dunking a generously buttered crumpet into a mug of warm custard. By the way, if you've never tried a crumpet dunked in custard, then you really must. You'll thank me for it. Wham! A great crash at the window startled Santa, causing him to drop a dollop of yellow custard onto his white beard. "Blinking baubles," he grumbled, turning to see what had made such a clatter. "Oh, Christmasaurus, it's you! I might have known," Santa said, as he stood and threw open the large, stained-glass window to let his dinosaur companion inside. "If I've told you once, I've told you 100 times. Just because you can fly doesn't mean you have to fly everywhere. We do have doors in the North Pole, too." Santa chuckled and gave the Christmasaurus a little pat on the head as the creature flew through the open window and into the warm room. The brilliant blue dinosaur landed with a thud, his translucent claws clopping on the wooden floor. He shook off his icy scales like a dog that had just been for a dip in a pond, sending a shower of snowflakes across the room. "Mind the list! Mind the list!" Santa cried, shielding an awfully important-looking book on his desk from being covered in snow. At the mention of lists, the Christmasaurus bounded across the room to get a glimpse at the names of those who were on the nice list this year. "Nothing to get excited about, I'm afraid, Chrissy," Santa said, settling himself back down at his desk. "I'm afraid I'm checking the other list tonight." Santa pointed his buttery finger at the top of the page, where the words "The Naughty List" were written in beautiful golden letters. The Christmasaurus's icy mane drooped with sadness. I know," Santa said with a sigh. "I don't like it either, but I'm afraid it has to be checked once now, and then a second time on Christmas Eve. Don't ask me why I do it twice, but it says so in that song, so I feel like I should." The Christmasaurus slumped even further. He hated knowing that every name on that list was going to get absolutely zilch for Christmas. And worse still, he hated seeing how sad it made Santa to read through all the naughty names. "First things first, it's time for the weigh-in," Santa said nervously, as he lifted his big, beautiful brass weighing scales onto the desk. The scales were the old-fashioned kind, with 2 bowls dangling on either side. One of them had the word "nice" engraved into its polished surface, while the opposite bowl was inscribed with the word "naughty." "The weigh-in is the first stage of checking the lists," Santa said to the Christmasaurus, as he adjusted the scales to make them level. "It's also an indication of just how naughty or nice children have been this year. Hand me the nice list, please. It's there on the shelf. Chop, chop." The Christmasaurus flew over to the bookshelf, scooped up the thick book with the nice list embossed on its spine, and dropped it into Santa's open palms. Santa carefully placed it on the nice side of the weighing scales, and the bowl sank under its weight, almost touching the desk. Then Santa turned back to the intimidatingly chunky naughty list on his desk and cracked his knuckles before heaving the hefty book towards the opposite side of the scales. "Now, not to worry if the balance is a little off. It's never perfect at the first weigh-in, but by the time we get to Christmas, these scales should be even." Thud! The scales shifted instantly as the naughty list hit the desk and sent the much lighter nice list rocketing up towards the ceiling.